Always remember, your focus determines your reality. Stay close to me, and you'll be safe.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? How are we all doing today? Today's video, I wanted to go over some of the new Galactic Conquest mode and give you my first impressions on this mode as I've been playing it throughout today. So it's going to be lasting for 2 weeks. We can see here 13 days and 22 hours, pretty much 2 weeks. There are 5 sectors. I did a video talking really more in depth about all this sort of stuff, but now we have it in the game. You have 5 sectors. Think of each sector as like its own galactic war, and you just kind of go and complete through it. So I did this one on stream the other day, and I beat it without probably spending too much energy. I think I spent like 50 energy or 50 crystals on a refresh for energy, and I was able to beat this all in like one go pretty much. Got to keep in mind though that you have to get these feats done. So feats are a pretty big part to this whole thing for getting more of these key cards. And the key cards, if you did not know, they fuel your crate at the very end of each of these things. I'm trying to think of how to go into it. I think it's just in one of these sectors. You can see them. So the key cards, you have to come into one of these things in sectors, click this like the middle thing, whatever you want to call it, and you just kind of scroll, and you can see the key cards. You know 360, 425. Right now, I think I'm at like 100 and something, 109 after one sector, pretty much. I think I did a little bit of sector 2, but you can see here, you need a lot of these key cards to get the max rewards to get this crate, and you get some of the Razor Crest shards in these crates. I think you only get it at, was it tier 4? Maybe it's all of them. So like I think everybody gets it, but you just get a lot more of the shards if you get the number 7 done, the last one. And the rewards are pretty good. This is a normal mode conquest for this first 2 weeks. You get some Zetas, you get some nice. This is actually some gear, so it's actually pretty dang good, guys. And this is just normal. Imagine what the hard one is. I think we have already seen the hard mode, and it's much better. So just like picture this, but like way better. But it has everything you want. So some Razor Crest shards, some mods, some Zetas, salvage, and some more salvage for the mods. So good stuff there. Key cards are very, very important. You got to make sure you get your feats done. In this one, for this feat, I think every enemy, or rather every boss at the end of every sector has some specific feats you have to do. So think of the bosses as like its own galactic challenge, you know. And you gotta, you know, in this one, you gotta defeat enemies in the same turn. You gotta deal 100% or 100k damage, you know, all this sort of stuff. And that's only for the bosses. And then, you know, you continue going on sectors. This is sector 2, by the way. And you have like these data discs and the stockpile and the scavenger. And I haven't hit a scavenger yet that provides the Razor Crest shards, but I'm sure it'll get somewhere where you can actually purchase them. Right now, you only can get really stims and the consumables and such like that. But you can get Razor Crest shards out of here, but we just had not seen them. The coolest thing to me personally is the data discs. These things are so cool. So you can really get a lot of these ones throughout just playing the actual conquest. And there's definitely ones that are better than others. One I would like to point out is right here, the deployable cooling systems. And it says whenever an allied unit gains a buff, there's a 10% chance that their cooldowns will be reduced by 1. So the coolest thing about this, it's for everybody in every team, but my favorite team to use this on is with the Jedi team with Grandmaster Yoda, because he spreads his battle meditation over and over again. It can get into a consistent loop, which is a lot of fun, and it actually feeds the other Jedi to use specials non-stop. You know, so like constant marking, constant, you know, just assists and whatnot. And I think it actually stacks as well if you have more than one of the same card. So that's actually 20% chance, which is very cool. And then other cards you might want to think about here, which is, you know, some of the biggest things for this whole mode is, you know, damage. Think about it this way, guys. As you lower your stamina, as you're using the same characters over and over again, you might want to consider getting some more stats back to them with some more, you know, max health, max protection, and some more damage and critical damage as well. So kind of can, you know, even out the, you know, stamina and also the data discs for your damage output, or maybe like your stats in general. So that way you're not having to wait hours upon hours to get that stamina back to full. or you can just go and use a consumable if you would like. Personally, I think this is a bit of a better method to do, using your data discs. Wow, I cannot talk. Holy cow! But just kind of evening out your stats, so that way you can actually deal damage and whatnot throughout the entire conquest. I think that's a pretty big thing. But there's a lot of really cool ones here. My favorite one, though, is definitely the buffs and reducing cooldowns whenever you gain one. So that's another pretty big thing. Consumables are down here in the store, and also at those scavenger places. And yeah, that's pretty much it for those things. But yeah, guys, it's a very fun mode. There are 5 sectors. I did 1 sector for pretty much all of my energy, with maybe like an extra little bit left over. And yeah, this one I could probably do as well pretty fast. Keep in mind, every day you can refresh it. I think I'll do tests. So yeah, so far I've done 2 refreshes for 50 crystals. The next one here is 100. So I'll probably do maybe 2 sectors a day if I can, and then do like 1 big sector for the last one. It's gonna be pretty hard stuff, so I want to have as much time for my energy to, you know, or my stamina rather, to refresh as I have more time in my days and whatnot. But yeah, that's probably like a free-to-play method we could talk about later. But as of right now, my first impressions of this, I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. Going into some of these battles for now, I want to show you guys one thing that really is crazy: the Steadfast Retribution. So this one, it says whenever a Galactic Republic ally takes damage from an enemy, they reflect 100% of the damage back to the enemy, and it's just crazy. I lost one because of that. I was like going with a solo gas, and I just lost. So that one's pretty scary. Everything else is nothing crazy to, you know, have to worry about. But I definitely want to talk and show you this little fun thing here with all the buffs. So as we can see here, I have 60% energy, or stamina. I call it energy. Stamina onto my Jedi. So let's just give these buffs out to my GMY. They still deal some good damage, and their stats don't seem to be super, you know, lowered with the stamina costs and whatnot, but I can probably see it being a bit of an issue later on. So let me just mark Hux for now. I just want to show you guys the cool data disc that I have right there on my Yoda. All right, let's give the buffs back to him. So I have relics, really high relics on a lot of my teams, so a lot of these are pretty easy. And keep in mind, this is just normal for this first week of Conquest. Again, just a lot of easy stuff. But here we go. So first one here, let's see. Yeah, you get another turn using battle meditation over and over again. But it's not really over and over again. It's more of like, maybe like, I don't know. I mean, you get pretty close to full TM. You get 35% plus 10% for each Jedi, so it's nearly like 100%. I think that's 85% TM. So yeah, you get pretty close to spamming it over and over again, which actually helps a lot because you can get your other Jedi full refreshes of their cooldowns and specials. So it's pretty nice. I think that's one of my favorite cards if you guys want to go for it. And then just one-shotting that with Cam. No biggie. But guys, yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to go over for today. Very quickly, before we go and keep going, a pretty big thing here is with Vader. And that data disc that we just mentioned with reducing the cooldowns whenever you get a buff, well, this works with Vader as well. Very, very good. So this is a battle somebody recorded, and we're going to share it off and show it off. It's Vader, and he's like in an infinite merciless massacre. You cannot get out of it because he gets those extra buffs. So you give some buffs there, he gets his massacre off, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. I feel like for Vader's stamina, you still get a lot of extra damage bonuses. The only thing here is that you have to have him go and take a turn first, or else it's not going to work. But I can easily see a Vader just being, you know, I don't know, a Vader being just spammed with stamina over and over again. And that's just how you kind of work with that. And, you know, just keeping him, you know, full stamina. That way you can go into these battles and just do this over and over again. Yeah, it's going to probably take up some, like, Sith, some Empire, but there's a lot of those guys in the game right now. And honestly, can probably just throw around crap people around him and just have him take a turn, and then he just kills them all. The only thing there is you got to make sure that everybody's staying alive. If they're not staying alive, you don't get those extra cards, right? But definitely, you can still see it's working, and you can just go around the whole table, and it just one-shots them all. So, Pretty interesting, guys. Yeah, it works good with Yoda, but I feel like it works even better with Vader. And just to show it off one more time, we're using, this is like with Moff Gideon. Look at this. Stamina we're at right now. I think we're at 80% stamina. Yeah, 80%. And we're just hammering through the GR. It's really crazy. So I think in this one, actually, with the modifier and the stuff that's affecting the Padme team, is that they reflect the damage back to your Vader. But I'm not seeing that happening because, like, right here, if that were to happen, he would be dead. That's more than enough damage to kill him, right? Maybe it's different. I don't know. I could be wrong there, though. Maybe it's not even the right modifier and it's different in this battle. But definitely something that's really cool with Vader in that whole extra, the data discs with getting more, your specials are on cooldown. It's all there really is to it, guys. But it's so cool. I love to see that. And that's all I wanted to share for that. And let's move on with the video. Conquest, in a nutshell, is very, very simple. It's very fun. I can definitely see a hard mode being a bit more difficult as we see that. But for now, it's just, just normal mode. And it's pretty simple. So like right here, I can't see any Razor Crest. I can probably get another card here. But definitely go for cards that can probably, in my opinion, my favorite way to think about this is to give him some more stats, more offense, some more max protection and health, which is definitely something you want to have. Right here, an enemy falls below 100% health, you gain more TM. That's pretty good, actually, so I'm going to go for this one. And you can get 12 of these, 12 dots, rather. Every one of these has a dot, so like 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. So you can only get to a max of 12, so I can only have one more dot added on. Or I can keep on going until I get better cards and then, you know, cycle them in and shuffle them in and out. But yeah, that's the cards. That's probably the biggest thing to this, in my opinion, the data discs right there. There's cards for completing all these different battles. You got to get some feats done in every single sector. And there's also event ones for the entire 2 weeks you got to do as well. These ones are pretty simple, nothing too crazy. The ones that you got to keep in mind are these ones for these sectors. So you don't want to miss out on these ones. And also, there are feats for this too. You can see the feats for the Mando. You got to, you know, get some extra things going on here. There's 3 of them. But yeah, everything here translates into the cards. The cards give you the crates. And the more cards you get, the better your crate is. And the crates give you better rewards. And as you complete all the battles, you get some of these credits that can give you some stuff from the store if you want to help out yourself for some consumables, some stims, some more bonuses and whatnot. And also, you can use this to buy some, like, Razor Crest shards, I'm pretty sure, and other such things. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know what else to say here. Just keep in mind the stamina, and you gotta prioritize some different characters. You want to save some of your better ones for these later sectors, guys. But that's pretty much it. I've had a pretty good time playing this, like the last hour of my stream. It's pretty simple, straightforward. The only thing I think of that's kind of annoying is having multiple accounts and playing this. It'll take a long, long time. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, my breakdown of it. I love this a lot. It's actually a good mode. It's a lot of fun. It's like, think of it this way. Think of it as like a Galactic War mixed with the Galactic Challenge. Just kind of, boom, mush them together, and that's what you get here. And the cool thing about this is that for the future kind of stuff in the content, you can definitely see, you know, changing up in there, you know, adding in not just the Razor Crest, maybe adding in something else for later in the line, you know, more rewards, different people added in, cycling in and such. You know, for now, we have a lot of Mandalorian characters. We can definitely see some other ones added in later on down the line. But for now, it's, you know, more centered around scoundrels and bounty hunters and Mandalorian stuff. But guys, that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Conquest, definitely a double thumbs up for me. I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. And it gives me something to do when I'm kind of bored. So yeah, that's about it. It's a good mode. I think it's something where I'm not like, wow, this is the best thing ever. And I'm not like, wow, this kind of sucks. I'm kind of mediocre about it. It gives me something to play, mess with my characters, and have some fun. Like, I was able to use Wampa and an OG Kylo solo for some of those guys, and that was a lot of fun for me. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments about this new mode. And also, if you guys have any videos you'd like me to do about this mode, let me know down below. I'll probably do some content about this next week, or rather this week, about this mode, and kind of just go about it and have some fun. But yeah, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments down below. We're trying to hit our 15K sub goal. If you guys would like to support me there, if you're either a new sub or rather if you're a new viewer or if you've been a long time viewer, feel free to sub. We're trying to hit the 15K sub goal, guys. Thanks for watching today's video. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace out and have a good one, guys. See you later.